DKSH, the #1 in market expansion services.
Hi everyone. We've just been introduced to our Branding Day 2017 theme, which is our employer value proposition. In the video shown during the opening event, 3 of our colleagues shared their experiences working here at DKSH. Each example they shared was one of the 3 main benefits of working here. Anyone unable to watch the videos or join Branding Day in person is invited to go to our Branding Day 2017 website, where you'll find a link so you can view the video. So what does Employer Value Proposition, or EVP, mean? Well, simply put, an EVP is the promise an employer stands by for its employees. And the benefits of that EVP are the values that you and I enjoy because of that promise. We all know there are many great reasons that we love working here, but the 3 main benefits are that we are able to enjoy a world of learning and development, own our career and take business responsibility, and have a positive impact that touches people's lives. And now it's your turn to share your story. We'd like to hear your stories about similar experiences you've had working at DKSH. Each of you have been given a Branding Day guide like this one. Grab a pen and turn to page 3 of the Branding Day guide. Ready to begin? Here's how we're going to do this. The first benefit. Most likely, each of us have enjoyed many learning and development opportunities while working here at DKSH. What learning and development opportunities have you had at DKSH? For example, have you worked with a superior or a colleague to pick up some sort of learning? Have you had some opportunities through your work experiences to improve your job skills? Or perhaps you've attended a course at Fantree Academy and become better at something. All of these are examples of benefit number 1, enjoy a world of learning and development. In your Branding Day guide, you will see room to write your stories. Please share one story for this benefit. You may have lots of examples, but share the one example that best illustrates this benefit. Try to be as specific as you can. This will help others learn from your experience. The only rules are that the story must be from your own real experience and that the story must have occurred while working at DKSH. Stories from previous employers or that happened outside DKSH do not count. Now let's look at benefit 2. Have you had an experience that's aligned with this benefit? At DKSH, you may have had many opportunities to take on responsibility. Think about it for a moment. When in your job have you had a chance to do something beyond your job scope? Perhaps new tasks or assignments. Maybe you took on a cross-BU or cross-functional assignment. These experiences relate to benefit 2, own your career and take business responsibility. Just remember, your story should be genuine and it should have occurred while working here at DKSH. In the space provided, write a short summary or description of the second benefit, how you grew in your job from this experience. And finally, your third story, benefit 3, have a positive impact that touches people's lives. When working here at DKSH, you may have had the chance to create meaningful, positive impact through your work. This might be towards your colleagues, towards your clients or customers, or even an impact on society as a whole. Reflect for a moment. Who are the people you interact with each day, and how does your work impact them? Who are the people who ultimately use the products that your part of the business sells, and how does that impact their lives? How is your local community impacted by having DKSH as an employer? All of these are examples of how your work has meaningful impact. If you work in a support function such as IT, finance, or P&O, you may have an example of an occasion when the work you've done has resulted in improvements or a solution that helped the business. You can share that too. We will be rewarding the best story for each benefit, so choose a story or example with impact and write it in the space provided in the Branding Day Guide. Provide a short description of your experience and include useful details. And now for part 2. In the second activity, you only need to condense the examples you wrote in the previous activity into a short sentence each. Here is an example. Take a look at what I have written. So that was the example I have written. That was my own example, something that I am so excited to share because I can see the results almost immediately. I explained earlier what the EVP means, our promise to you, the employee, and the benefits are the values that you and I as employees get from that promise. Proof points or specific examples are simply the concrete evidence that makes that promise real in our day-to-day work. So let me demonstrate to you how I turned my story into a proof point or specific example. All I did was take the story that I shared for benefit 1 and then reduce it to a single short sentence. In other words, for this activity, you only need to condense the story you wrote in the previous activity into a short sentence. This was one of my examples. Part 2 is just a matter of summarizing the experience that you shared earlier. Find the relevant points and then write them in one sentence. If you need help, check with a colleague or contact the facilitator. Remember to hand in your completed Branding Day guide, including your full name, so it can be added to our lucky draw. The employer value proposition is reflecting your own experiences. Your stories serve as reasons to believe and help make credible examples for our colleagues to see how the DKSH employer value proposition translates into everyday work life. Thank you for sharing and participating, and good luck.
DKSH, the #1 in market expansion services.